The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought, with it being such a unique thing, that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. Things like that. And it's just a unique film of him.
He says, I beat you. He says, they say we came in under the dead heat. He says, that's not true because I beat you. And the American said, well, he says, if you like to think so, he says, but I know the real story. He says, I know I clearly won that one. See?
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
I'ma get it. You know I be on the one. Yeah. You know I be on the one. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the one. Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work.
Come get some.
CRoM Con 28, what can I tell you? We're back. And as always, we're joined by that guy.
So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Kick the chocks out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.
The doctor is in, baby, but just barely.
And it's a good thing because I'm in pain right now.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know. Something with my stomach, just every now and then, it just like rejects something I put in there.
Yeah.
And then I have to deal with it for like an hour and a half, and then
based on what you told me, you should just put some icy hot on it.
yeah, it's on the inside, brother. You know.
I know that was the joke.
I don't have no
works.
idea. Anyway, we are here. It's CRoM Con 28. We're kicking off the show with our like 7th or 8th launch party of the month. And our guest right now is Mr. Morgan Quaid, all the way from way down under.
Hey, how you doing?
The one, the only, Morgan Quaid. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you guys going? Got stomach issues, Pops?
Yeah, I don't know what's. It just had to happen right now, you know. It's like,
well, that's my one of my biggest fears for any time you launch anything like this is the day the alien invasion starts. Everyone's outside looking at it. No one's looking at the campaign as a big zero, and you know, so
these things do happen. You know, from time to time, there are alien invasions, worldwide devastating plagues.
Yeah.
You know, vegetable leprosy is a thing. You know, the carrots just lose.
And there's always 14 other streams on. Always.
Yeah.
So we have to hope that we draw the people in at the right time, bang some pledges out real quick, and then run for the hills. You know what I'm saying?
And then as a bonus track, we'll actually record the conversation from backstage, where the old guys sit around talking about and comparing aches and pains.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got intestinal virus. Okay, I'll raise you ulcerative colitis.
Yeah, but see, that's
Nice.
just it. I can't put a name on none of my stuff because I don't let no doctors near me, but that's me. You know.
I'm right here. How could you say I'm right here?
Oh, that's
Morgan,
that's
how
my
are
name.
you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been busy. Lots of writing stuff, which is good if you're a writer. That's what you're supposed to do, I guess. But
yes, typically.
Yeah.
You know, on any given day, Morgan, a writer writes.
Yeah. It's if you don't, it's problematic.
Yeah. You know, poor Pops. He's falling over dead. So
yes, what I'm doing is like I'm trying to release some of this gas, and if I burp it out enough, then the pain will go.
Oh, geez, I'm glad you said burp.
Don't give us the details, for fuck's sake, man. Just
well, you didn't want to hear what I was doing, Doc. So
listen, just go get some Imodium, and you sit over in the corner. We got this.
I told you I only do that big farm.
It ain't big pharma. My grandma invented Imodium. So Morgan,
yeah.
We're here to launch something.
Yes.
But one of the things that frequently gets overlooked is the back to basics. Tell the people that might not know, Morgan, who are you? And what do you do in this fabulous, fabulous world?
I am Morgan Quaid. I am an Australian-based writer and musician and composer and producer and all that sort of fun stuff. So I write comics, novels, scripts, anything anyone will read, and frequently a bunch of stuff no one will read. But that's all right. And then do a little bit of everything really. The music stuff is what primarily funds the comic art because I'm not a comic artist, so I have to obviously employ people that have that skill. And then Kickstarter's a way to try and rake back as much as I can from what I've sunk into these wonderful projects.
Yeah, anytime you can use one of your hobbies to fund the other one is a good thing. So let's go play some shows so I can afford to hire an artist for my comic book that'll then net me enough money to buy a new amp so I can go on this next tour.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's and look, it's you know how a lot of people use crowdfunding to actually fund the project, whereas I'm of the other ilk where I'm gonna do it anyway. So as long as I can find the money some other way, I want the thing to exist. So it's more of a how much can I get back to pay these? Well, I mean the artists are already paid and everything. It's how much can I get back for me? It's time for Morgan. You know, when does Morgan get a slice of the pie? For God's sake?
Just a little Morgan time is all I'm asking. All I wanted was a sandwich. Is that so wrong? Morgan, how long you been writing?
I got to throw out there that Morgan has also done a lot of the intros for the Madness shows.
Oh, that's right.
He's helped out some of our friends. You rock, bro. I'm just saying, appreciate
Thanks, dude. Yeah. So I've been writing since probably 20 years. So I started off doing novels and that sort of stuff. Very poorly and trying to do the traditional route where you get a literary agent and all that sort of stuff. So after 10 years of just miserable existence trying to do that, then I walked into a shop and found a couple of indie comics and thought, my God, what am I doing? I've wasted my life. I should be doing this, and then I just started writing comics.
But that brings up an interesting question, Morgan. What indies were you holding in your hot little hands that made you go, oh, I can do this? Anything of note?
They were bigger indies. So basically the Image range. So I think Chew was the first comic series I picked up. I walked into a shop in Brisbane where I live, and I wasn't really big on comics when I was a kid, so I didn't have a lot of exposure to that sort of stuff. Went in, found this thing, picked it up, started reading, and then just saw the range of. I mean, you can do horror, drama, comedy, anything is up for grabs. That's what struck me, because I was used to the whole, comics are superheroes and that's all. And there's nothing outside of that. And then you see the breadth of this world, and the artwork was amazing. It didn't all look the same. It was all, so I lost all my money that day. I walked out with a lot of books and a lot more room in the wallet after that.
But creatively unburdened and liberated.
Absolutely. And just devoured everything. And then of course you've got to educate yourself and go back to the classics and try and figure out how this whole medium works and all that sort of stuff. And then you go and you just start writing and creating things without asking any advice from anyone that knows anything about this. And you make all the mistakes. And then eventually, a couple of years later, you realize I should probably talk to people because they know stuff. And I need to know that stuff. And then you start talking to people.
Yes. And bad ideas. Don't you fucking love them?
Yeah. That's my bread and butter.
It was a bad idea to try to be an indie creator. Thank God we did it anyway. We did it anyway.
Aren't them bad ideas where the gold comes from, though?
That's what I'm screaming. That's what I'm saying.
So
it's the same in
What's happening, my friend?
It's the same in music. The best part of music is the happy accident, like the thing that you don't know is going to happen, and then it just happens, and then you've got to try and replicate it. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I was in a band for years, and I used to liken it to running around with a jar in one hand and the lid in the other, trying to catch lightning.
Yeah.
But you could.
Yeah.
You just had to have the
and
jar.
when it happens,
you had to have the jar.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that applies with art as well. I think that applies in comic books and graphic novels.
100%.
You catch that lightning in a bottle. Morgan, what Pops will be back to bring up the campaign, but what are we going to be launching tonight?
So we're launching the second campaign for a book called Enmity, or a series called Enmity, which right off the bat, bit of a dick move on my part. I picked the word that no one can spell or pronounce correctly, kind of on purpose. So apologies for that. Best way to remember it is just N and then Mitty.
I've been pronouncing it correctly the whole time.
Well done. You're the only one.
I know how to read, you see. Enmity.
Well, that's it. Enmity.
I never understood why they called it the Enmity horror. I thought I didn't think the house was that upset about things. So
anyone?
So yeah, that's.
I'm gonna act like Doc didn't say that.
Somebody cue the crickets, quick!
I'm just gonna act like Doc didn't say that. See, this is where I need some of them clips. Some of them short ones. Like.
See, the problem is I know how to make those. So, it's a good thing.
We have another guest in the backstage. I'm going to bring him out with a little short intro this time. Our wonderful, exciting, amazing, and very supportive sponsor, Mr. Chris Brown from Laughing Rogue. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Chris, what's going on? Got a little mic disturbance there, but just to show the difference in style, I'm gonna pop him out and pop him back in and show you how to really do an intro. You ready? Here we go.
I'm looking for a man who... You have found one.
There you go. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. What's going on, Chris?
Not much. We're out here camping. It's thunderstorming, and I wanted to come on and say hi.
Well,
campaign.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and glad to see you, Chris. Here's hoping that neither the thunderstorm nor the bears wash you off the mountainside and into the afterlife.
So Morgan's been here with us before. He's got a couple other books under his belt. You guys have seen us play the trailers for him. They're good, good stuff. One of them happens to be one of my favorite trailers.
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still love that line.
That's my favorite too. Actually, I like that one.
What is the name of that book? It always slips my mind, but
it's called the Blood Below.
Yes,
and that is the the third name for it, because I had to change it because it was originally called Myopia and then something else. And you know that thing where you name something and you think that's really cool, and then you see 10 other books with the same name, and then you have to.
Or
I forget sometimes too.
Or nobody else gets it, like Enmity.
Yeah.
Enmity, I don't care though. Honestly, if they don't get it, they don't get it. It's fine.
The Blood Below is one of the ones that, and you can ask Pop backstage. I'm like, I've got to get this. I've got to get this. I've got to get this.
It's a cool.
And that
book.
was what I was going to ask you, because you do have a plethora of other things. Are they also going to be available on this campaign as add-ons and whatnot?
So digital versions of pretty much everything except the things that I'm currently working on. So yeah, there's a lot. You'll see when we get to the campaign. It's a big page. There's a lot of digital extras you can get. The Shadow's Daughter stuff that was on my previous campaign, you can get the print versions of those as well as an add-on. There's a lot. And then I think next campaign I might be looking at the Blood Below as print versions and all that sort of stuff. But the digital versions you can get now. And there are a couple of comics in there that no one's seen before because I haven't released them yet. So they're super new.
And Doc said that, not me.
I absolutely said it. Good evening, beautiful souls. Welcome to CRoM Con and the launch of Morgan Quaid's Enmity #2.
Yes, post-apocalyptic comic. So I stumble over.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you got Enmity, but not post-apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
America can be summed up in a single word.
All right, so we're going to hang out for a little while. Hopefully, we'll get to a point where we get into like double-digit viewers, and launch this thing while we got a good portion of people watching. You guys know the drill. It's a launch party. Like, share, get some more people out here, man. That way, we'll push that button and everybody can jump. How many pages is this, Morgan?
I should know that off the top of my head, shouldn't I? So there's a graphic novel. Kira Burns is 100 pages. The two Enmity standard color ones are 29 pages each.
Mm-hmm.
Raven Running is 24 pages, and Crow's a short one at 12 pages. So
and these are all 5
some pages.
They're all in one, or how's this work?
No, they're separate books at the moment. So Enmity 1 and 2 is the main story, and then Kira Burns is like a black and white offshoot of the main story as a standalone story, same as Raven Running and Crow, but they all kind of intermingle into the same single story, the same thread. Because I'm a creative writer genius that somehow manages to get everything together without any contradictions whatsoever. Please don't look for contradictions.
Yes, continuity, baby. I'm a pro.
Yeah. Exactly right.
We definitely are looking forward to seeing this, but I'm sitting here looking at my budget. I'm going, damn, 4 books. I don't know. I'm wondering what the price is going to be on this.
Well, there's some good news if you're not in Australia, if you're in America. So our exchange rate is so bad at the moment on our side that you guys can get stuff at a steal. So it is a lot cheaper for you than what it is for the Aussies at the moment. Yeah, but there's a bunch of options. You'll see there's the kind of massive, I want everything, gold trims and all that sort of stuff. And then there's the not
my
cheap,
broke ass
but,
couldn't back that on my own campaign.
Yeah.
I couldn't back the top tier on my own campaign. So, but anyway, yeah, continue.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's I've put in there a bunch of options, so that some might say too many options, but we'll see. So there's something for everyone. If you just want to dip your toe in and have a little look, if you want to go all out and get everything. And this is the first campaign I've done. It's tricky because I'm in Australia and the postage and all that sort of stuff, but this is the first campaign I've run where you can get signed copies of everything. You can also get some additional A5 prints with personalized messages and that,
working that
stuff.
out where you can sign it if you're an Australian, it's printed here.
It's just a higher cost, but everything comes from me. So I print it locally because I got a printer here as well as in the US. So it just means I'll be posting things off. And who knows, you might get something special like an Australian redback spider shoved into the package, or a snake skin, or something cool like that. Authentic
that's all
Australian.
we need is an invasive species up here in Michigan, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, some fruit with fruit flies or something like that. Just something really cool. Some used underwear.
Starts killing our whole ecosystem up here. Yeah.
End of days, man. End of days.
Everybody be like, blame CRoM because we brought you here and launched it. See what I'm saying? It'd be our fault.
Yeah.
Go ahead, blame us. Everybody does. See? No. Hold the spider. Hold the spider. You see what I'm saying? Even the fans.
No
even
spider.
The fans agree.
So he wants to hold the spider. Hold it.
Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us.
Oh, geez, Doc. At least keep it rock and roll, dude. Come on.
That is the most rock and roll thing ever said. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no. No, it's not. No. The Big Mac song is Big Mac song is the most heavy metal thing ever written.
Have it your way. Have it your way.
No. The 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles.
That's McDonald's.
That's what I said. That was the best song of fast food ever made.
I'm gonna need you to go to your room.
Okay.
Might as well go for a soda. Morgan, have you ever played Might As Well Go for a Soda?
I have not. No.
Okay. I would just say, sir, that you don't know anything about storytelling. No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. That was an inside joke. They went horribly awry.
No, you didn't. No.
No, I'm actually editing a video for somebody, and that song is part of the edit. So, and I suffer along with Rich Perotta from musical Tourette's. If it pops in my head, it flies out of my mouth. So, apologies.
I suffer from, and I've been doing music for years and years and years. I have the worst knowledge of music of anyone. I cannot remember anything. I grew up in a very, very ultra-religious household, so we weren't allowed to listen to anything. If it's about Amy Grant or one of those sort of gospel things, I can talk about that for days. But I missed out on everything, and so I've got glaring holes in my Led Who? Zeppelin, you say? Oh, that sounds interesting. Are they a pop group? Yeah.
How did we go from Amy Grant to WAP? Wow. How did that even happen in one civilization?
Yeah.
Brian Crisco says, I just happen to be working on a certain video clip right this second, Doc.
Uh-oh. Are we working on the same thing without knowing it? Crisco, you better not be. I got paid for this one.
That doesn't mean he doesn't have something to add.
We'll get together and share notes, Brian, later on. And so, Morgan, it's the middle of the day there for you, right?
It's getting close, yeah, 10:30ish.
Yeah. So how is the weather down under?
In my neck of the woods, it is what 95% of the people in the world would describe as gorgeous. It's a beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, and that usually is the way most of our winter is. The way I describe it is, it's a bit cold. It's like it's a little bit 21 degrees Celsius, which I think is something in Fahrenheit. 80.
It is, in fact, something in Fahrenheit. I don't know. I mean,
all right, we're going to do it now.
I don't speak communist, Morgan.
Okay, here we go. I'm doing the thing. It is 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's a bit cold. It's a bit.
Just horrible there, isn't it?
It is. I'd prefer it to be up around 85. There you go. That's what I'm after, which we don't get during winter, but we can't really we shouldn't complain, but I do still. It is a beautiful day.
Did you say we can't, but we do?
We can't complain, but we do.
I love it.
Because
you're all right, Morgan. You're all right.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, so.
All right, we ready? Are we doing it?
Well, I was thinking we could do it like right at 8:30, which would be right at 10:30 your time.
Cool. 5 minutes, people. 5 minutes.
Give it a 5 minute.
Get your checkbooks.
All you people that are trying to be number one, Chris. All you people that are always trying to be number one, get your little fingers ready.
I didn't think of that. You should do a thing with it. Whoever's like the top 5 gets something. I didn't even think of that. So the first 50 backers get an exclusive comic that no one else has seen yet. But I didn't think, it'd be good to do like the first 5 to click get a squash spider, maybe. I don't know why I keep going back to spiders.
Spider.
Yeah. I think there's a spider
personally
in my room
squashed by Morgan Quaid.
I'll squish it in. Here we go. So this is issue 1, or one of the covers for issue 1. So I'll squish it in the middle there, just nice and et voila. Oh, fancy. Things. I'll squish it in there,
like a bookmark,
and then send it. Yeah, like a bookmark, like a and then you get it there, and the pages will be just a little bit sticky, but that's gross.
They were going to be anyway.
That's right. That's right. All right. Fingers crossed I haven't made one of those stupid glaring mistakes.
I know it's Friday night and there's a million other people streaming, but do us a favor and share the stream out. Tell everybody Morgan's getting ready to launch this book. Let's kick it off right. Let's do it in the madness the way we always do it. Now, Morgan, tomorrow night, Sunday night, during the panels at the end of the evening, 9 o'clock, you want to come back out? You're more welcome.
Sure.
It's kind of open. We just kind of hang out, but we talk about what everybody's got going on just the same. So, hopefully we won't have any writing critics in the show, but we'll do our best. We'll do our very best. Say what?
I heard one day I'll be good at game design.
Really?
One of these days you'll get good at that.
Oh man, critics, hey.
Well, everybody's a critic for themselves. We all have critics in our own way. We buy the things we like. We avoid the things we don't like. We all critique things internally, and that's cool. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. You buy what you enjoy, have a good time. All that.
The thing I don't get is you go out of your way. You can read the book or see the blurb or whatever. You go and you buy it, and then you leave a horrible, horrible review. But the review is something like, "I just don't enjoy this genre at all." But if you didn't enjoy it, why did you go looking for it? Why would you? Anyway.
And why would you leave a review about a book in a genre you don't like anyway?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's just one of those mysteries of the universe.
Yeah, and I think people forget too. Most creators are their hardest critics. Like most of us, I can tell you what is wrong with every single book I've written, and where I would like the artwork to be different, and where things could be. That most of us are like that. We're so it's not like you're going to say something and we're going to go, oh, gee, I hadn't considered that. Yeah, maybe I should have paid an extra $300,000 to get this done by 15 of the best artists in the world. Yeah, that's a good point.
No shit. I like it. Good idea. Yeah, Morgan, we're going to hang out more. I'm just saying. So it is 8:29. Everybody get your high low fingers ready.
All right.
We got to do the refresh. Is this thing ready to go? Is it going to work the first time?
Fingers crossed. I am on the page. I'm ready to press the launch button. And I have extensive experience of that because the last campaign I did a month early. I've done that a few times. So I'm good at pressing that button. And it goes live straight away.
You got to wait for one thing for me.
Right.
And then we'll be ready to do this.
Okay.
Let's see. Which one? This one? Or was it this one? I think it was this one. StreamYard sometimes is as annoying as that Facebook thing. I'm just saying. Sometimes StreamYard, you're just as annoying as them other guys. All right, here we go. Are you ready? I'm gonna give you a countdown. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the button.
All right, it is hit.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen, at the launch of Enmity by Morgan Quaid.
And there it is.
It's live. We did it.
And we take a look. There it is, the print basic issue. There it is, right there.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'm going to have to stop sharing for a minute while I handle my business.
Well, while that's going on.
What?
Not that kind of business.
I was going to say, man, not on camera. Hold on, Morgan. Hold that up there for the world to see. Wham!
That's issue 1. That's one of the covers. Oh, that's one of the other covers. That's just the back of it as well. That's pretty cool.
Super nice. Yeah. So tell us about the art team for both books, shall you?
Yeah. So this art team was 3 or 4 guys. That's they're sort of like a comic art. I don't know what you call them. Group. And then so they help with storyboarding. I give them the script. Oh, fancy pants. A little bit of cheek. So they
well, Chris was backer number 1 again because it wasn't me.
There we go. So they're a team overseas, and they did the first book and all the artwork for that, and then they also did the Crow side issue, which is available in this one. So I went with them for that. Their names are hard to pronounce, so I won't give it a go.
Okay.
Alex. Yep. Okay.
So Alex.
I'll go Alex because it's the first name and I can pronounce that correct. So he was sort of the point man at the group. They did a really good job with that. Unfortunately, due to the Ukraine and the Russia thing, that whole thing kind of meant I had to move away from that group and look for some new artwork. So I actually went with an American artist named Dave Schwartz, not David. So he's done issue 2. His style is very different. It's very, very cool. Yeah, so it's pretty much him and me on issue 2. And then Kira Burns and Raven Running are two. Hey, 4 backers! Thank you.
Already at 4. Outstanding.
Yes.
Somebody ring a bell.
Dang.
I don't have a bell.
Oh, well, just damn it. I thought we were running a quality show here, man. No bell.
Radio bell.
You're the musician,
There's
Quaid. There's a
some
damn
things I
bell.
have to count on my co-host to provide.
I'll give you a there you go, like a horn.
You don't get to throw that off on me.
All right, let's get more. 5? Do I hear 5? Come on, give me 5 backers. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Real quick start. There's 5. Bing, bing. All right, look. You already have these printed, right?
They're ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, they're ready to go. That's why there's a logo. They're ready to go right now.
The only one that's still going.
Real quick.
I should say the only one that's still going is Raven Running, but we're just finishing up that one. All the rest are ready to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what I bought, man. What did I buy?
That's all right. I'll send you some stuff.
The print basic issue of Enmity #1. That's what I bought. So, all right.
Wait.
So I get to check that out and then figure out if I like it and go on from there, which is kind of like how I'd like to do it when I come in.
Yeah.
After something's already kicked off, right? So, just keep one of them Enmity 2s aside for me after I check out Enmity 1.
Of course, dude. Of course.
So, let's see. You got some people dropping some quotes here. Morgan's worlds and characters are more unpredictable and elaborate with every new series. Cool. Enmity is no exception. Starts off so well, and I have no idea where it will go next. 100% would recommend. Mark Robinson. Right,
thanks, Mark.
Fantastic.
Pretty cool. This story drew me in so fast, had me laughing hard. Oh, well, then I'm in. Because Doc knows that's all I'm looking for is something that makes me laugh, entertains me. So
right.
So what's up with Lady Axe here, man? What's up?
Lady Axe. All right. So the story is, and I've got that in my head now. So I'm thinking I now have to do a spin-off series called Lady Axe because that would be pretty wicked. Yeah. So
it's all yours.
Lady Axe is a story about Daisy. So essentially, Daisy is the devil's daughter, Lucifer's daughter. So Lucifer gets sick of his job, doesn't want to do it anymore, quits, goes on a bender, completely goes nuts, and then 16 years later, Daisy is born as a result of his indiscretions. But also, as a result of what Lucifer did, the whole world is thrown into this post-apocalyptic world. The angels fall, this plague kind of hits humanity, and everything kind of goes funny. And so angels become, half of the angels become these demonic kind of creatures, like fallen angels. And Daisy, at the start of the book, you don't really know this because it's not in the book until later on, but she's looking for her father. Her mother has died. She's on her own. She's looking for her father. She doesn't know her father is Lucifer, and something is hunting her as we go along. And there's a bit of a story behind that axie spear thing, but it's basically just a weapon she uses to kill stuff. And she's very strong. And she has, because of her blood being partly divine, she has some pretty cool stuff that comes out. But she's just discovering it as she goes along.
All right, well, that's cool. We're going to be talking to her father tomorrow at noon. Make sure you tune in. We'll be kicking off the show tomorrow with her daddy. We'll be asking him about her. We will. All right.
All right.
Okay, so who's this guy?
Cool. That's a dude named Magnus. He's one of the fallen. So the idea is because they're no longer in control of everything and they're fallen angels and all that sort of stuff, they're kind of vying for control on Earth. And he's one of the bad dudes trying to hunt Daisy for some reason that you'll have to read the book to find out why he's hunting her.
Cool.
Yeah.
I already know. We had this conversation.
Yeah.
Of course, you were drunk at the time, so yeah.
Could have said anything. So that's the standard stuff that's on issue. So that's and you can get that printed and shipped from the US if you want it nice and cheap and get it to you as quick as possible. Or if you're in Australia, you can get it printed and shipped from Australia as well. And there's also a soundtrack and a behind-the-scenes book with sort of some of their story origins and some of the artwork that didn't make it into the final version. All that sort of fun stuff.
So, Chris, were you backer number one?
Was number one?
I can't hear you.
Was it Criscow or was it Laughing Rogue?
I think it was Laughing Rogue. I think it was Chris. He was all over it. Weren't you? Yeah, your mic ain't working, bro. We got nothing on you. Can't hear nothing.
Oh, I've just had a look. Chris was number 4.
Chris was number 4?
Yeah. You were number 3.
I was number 3?
Yeah. But there were 2 previous backers that came in. Man, they must have come in quick.
They came in hot, baby, hot.
They came in hot and heavy, yeah.
I'm known for being backer number 3. I was backer number 3 on Smokes the Fox. It's okay. I'll take a podium finish. I'm good. I beat Chris this time anyway. He got me last time. So like I said, it's already printed, you guys. You don't have to worry about, when you see such a low goal, don't worry about that. Just recognize the fact that you're going to get your books right away. Woohoo! You don't have to wait for it to go to the printer, come back, get approved, get rejected, sent back again. Oh, they fucked up the color this time. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Ain't none of that. Okay, you're going to get it right. You're going to get it right away. So
yeah,
can't beat that. I like it when that happens. Okay, so this is like a character sheet. Look, he's got me as Lucifer. That's just so cool.
Yeah. It's pretty close. You were the model.
It's me, man. It's me. Right?
I can't even tell the difference. Yeah,
just a younger version, right? Younger version, that's all. Yeah.
That's
okay, let's check. You got dogs that are characters, crows that are characters. I like this. So go ahead and give us like a quick character synopsis. What's up here?
Cool. Well, there's Daisy, or Axe Lady, as she's now known.
Lady Axe. Yes.
Lady Axe. Sorry, that's better. Yeah, Lady Axe. There's Lucifer, also a good name for a band, Lady Axe, if no one's picked it up. There's Lucifer, who's her father, obviously. The Forsaken, there's a whole bunch of them. That's just one of them, but there's a whole bunch. They're the fallen angels. Crow is an interesting one because the crow, crows are featured heavily in the story, but there is a fallen angel who has something to do with the crows. So they're not just animals. There's something else going on. There's the Shield Guard. There's essentially this place called New Eden, which is a fortified city with their own rules, and they're kind of ultra religious militia that go around trying to enforce law and all that sort of stuff. And Pup is a pretty cool little puggy sort of character that Daisy picks up at the end of the first book. So he's just cool fun. Then you have the War Master and Gabriel, and they're kind of the two different sides of the angels. The War Master's the bad dude, Gabriel's the good dude, but they're not really both good and bad. They've just got different perspectives, but so the action sort of swaps between what goes on in Earth and then goes back in time 15 years to what was happening in heaven that caused the whole post-apocalyptic sort of debacle. So that's where those two guys come in. Yeah, it's hard because I didn't want to show too much because there's some really cool characters, but
right.
there's some good ones there.
And
here's
here
the
we
pages.
go, yo. Here you go, Doc. I'll let you take over. It's time. It's your moment. I'm out. Go ahead.
What am I doing? Wait, what? What's the story? What's next?
We're looking at page art and stuff now. This is your area of expertise.
Poor Pops, his gut. Well, look, the first thing I want to know every single time when I'm talking to a writer is how much latitude were you giving your art team to tell the story versus how controlling were you with the script?
A lot of latitude for two reasons. One is art is what they do. So even if I've got a very specific vision, you know, I'd prefer to lean on the artist more. And that's why you pick a good artist, because you want that to be a partnership. The other reason, though, is I have this thing called aphantasia, which means I don't have a visual imagination. So if I close my eyes and you say, think of an orange, I just see black. I don't see anything. I see no representation of anything, which means it's actually quite hard for me initially to picture exactly what the character looks like. So I'll just have a vague idea, and then I'll wait and see the sketches come back. And based off that, I'll kind of decide, oh, maybe we go with this or that.
All right, we're going to do an exercise on that, as a matter of fact. We're going to do an exercise here.
Let's do it.
Never before done on the Madness. Neurolinguistics and neurokinesics. So hands clasped together, fingers intertwined. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Looking just a nice neutral face. I'm going to say a word, and I want you to repeat that word back to me and visualize the word each time. All right? So I'm going to start with the one you said, an orange.
Yeah. Orange.
All right. A house with a green roof.
A house with a green roof.
All right. Now, what color was the front door of your last house?
Blue.
What color was your first car?
Beige.
3 words to describe your favorite teacher or professor.
Intelligent, fun. Good.
What was his name?
Good guy.
What was his name?
I can't remember.
All right, now do this. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
You're right-handed? All right. So I want you to take your left hand and pinch your fingers together and hold it beside your left temple. Just there you go. Now look at those fingers.
Yeah.
Look over at those fingers. Look at them. Cut your eyes
look
off.
there. Okay. Yeah.
No.
I'm looking on the screen. Okay. So look there. Yep.
All right. Now, what was that teacher's name?
Scott. Yeah.
Okay.
Scott.
All right. We're done. Yes, you're an auditory person. You know, we involuntarily access certain parts of our brains. And if we try to control like our eye movement when we're recollecting things visually or auditorily or emotionally, our body will betray us. We'll start to lean in the direction that we should be leaning, or we'll lean forward, we'll lean left, we'll lean right. And it's always fascinating to me. Morgan, you are a musician. Have you ever watched the girl who has a review channel called The Charismatic Voice? She's an opera singer reacting to metal.
No, will they?
Yeah, absolutely check her out. She has the most obvious displays of neurokinetics I've ever seen. She will hear a piece of music and immediately her eyes cut sideways and her whole body jerks in that direction as she's responding to the music. And when she's searching for words to describe it, she's never looking up. She's not accessing any kind of visual cortex. Everything is auditory. And it's the most blatantly obvious I've ever seen. This art looks amazing, though. So let's talk about the art. Let's get visual.
Cool. Yeah. So I love this style of artwork. It was really, really cool. And just the I don't know how to describe it, but that simplistic sort of style, but very sort of stylized.
Clean, very clean and stylized. Yes.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And you'll see the second issue is probably a bit more traditional. Or I don't know how to again describe it, but it's a very different style. And so essentially what I'm doing now is every issue of the main story will be a different artist. I thought if I'm going to do that, I might as well just,
Who's scrolling? Pops? Scroll back up to the little dog in the front. That's just awesome. Is this the same art team as the Blood Below?
No, this is different. So this is David Schwartz. The Blood Below is a friend of mine called Willie Roberts.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so he's different again. Yeah.
Okay. This is just really good looking storytelling. I love the panel layouts. You can read everything, even in these little thumbnails we're looking at here. You can read everything so easily.
Yeah, it's so clear, and that was one of the first things when Dave sent through just the layouts. You can sort of tell the story without any words, which I think is a good sign that the artwork's really
always,
good.
Always. Are you writing the actual dialogue script at the same time as the plot, or are you sending kind of here's what I want to happen, and then doing the script after you see the panels?
I'm writing a full script, sending that through, and then based on what comes back, I'll adapt the dialogue and the anything else on that. Yeah, so I always change it a little bit depending on what comes in and how much space there is and what the action looks like and all that sort of stuff. And occasionally with this one, Dave would come back with a few ideas and say, oh, how about we change this or do that? And I think, great, let's give it a go. So nice when they come through though. And I love so this is obviously in heaven, so the whole color palette is that kind of shimmering gold.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Separate colorist?
No, all Dave.
This is all Dave doing it. See, look at that, man.
Yeah.
If an artist is a good colorist, I always think they should color their own work because no one can interpret their work better than they can.
Yeah, and he demoed an initial page for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Pops. Pops is now getting out his crayons to practice his coloring skills. And then here we go with these wonderful black and white pictures, which I prefer, by the way. I prefer a black and white book.
Yeah, well, I'm a new convert. I love the black and whites for a few reasons. One is financially, it makes more sense because they're a hell of a lot cheaper to produce. And quicker to do as well. But
spoken like a self-published creator.
Yeah. And it means so what this would have been is this would have been 3 books instead of 5. But using the black and white, I can tell a bigger story and give people, a bit more value and that sort of stuff. So it allows me to quickly get some stuff out there.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
So Morgan, as we're looking at your campaign here, and Pops will continue to scroll it, I want to kind of let's get into some of the nuts and bolts of stuff here. As a writer of all these different genres and formats you've written in, I'm not going to ask you about script writing and novels and whatever. I'm going to ask you about graphic novels. Who would you say to someone if I were to say, for example, hey, if you like Without Remorse by Tom Clancy, you'll like Pariah, Blood and Mud. Who would you say is kind of an influence or a flavor that people could expect from this book?
Oh, I hate this question so much.
I know. That's why I ask it.
Yeah, it's hard. Hey, it's this is the thing I struggle with the most. And sometimes I'll have to ask people that have read it, hey, what did you think that reminded you of? Just to get a bit more of an idea. I mean, I like, there's some similarities to, oh God! See, now I'm going to forget the names of the book as well. It is East of West. Is that it? East of West by Age?
East of West. Yes,
East of West. Yep. There's some similarities with that, and a lot of the themes, and even some of the art style on the first issue. This has a lot more comedy in it than what that series does. Has. I use manga artists to do a lot of the black and white stuff. So because they're great with action and that sort of stuff, and you can just get straight to the theme. So some of it leans towards that. I can tell you which writers I admire.
Come on with it.
Sort of stuff.
I do want to hear that.
So more broadly, so China Mieville, I love his stuff. I mean, he's never done comics, and he he's novelist and all that sort of stuff, but his stuff's pretty amazing. It's also like reading concrete. It's very hard. It's very dense stuff to get through. But the ideas
that was well
just
said.
amazing. It's he's tricky, but I love the ideas. Ironically, Neil Gaiman, and come on now, man, you can do this. You can remember one of the names of one of the most famous writers in comic history. Okay, so Neil Gaiman and Swamp Thing, Alan Moore. Alan Moore. Yeah. Oh God. So both of those, I love the ideas. I love what they've done, and their kind of trajectory is similar to where I like to sort of play around in. But neither of them, their writing doesn't really speak to me or gel with me. It's really weird. I really admire them. I love their ideas, all that sort of stuff. But the actual writing doesn't do it. I don't know why. But
is it? Would you describe that as like, gee, it smells good, but I can't quite taste it? It's hard to describe. I know exactly what you're saying. There are certain artists visually that I really, really like their stuff, but there's a part of me that goes, yeah, but if I was doing it, I would do it this way. And maybe as a writer, we read someone's story and go, oh, this is so good, but I would have done X. Or if this were mine, I would have shaped it this way.
I think for both of them, my preference is for brevity, so I think they're just too long-winded. It takes too long to get to the point. The stuff is great, the ideas are great, and ironically, I do like a nice turn of phrase, and I like sentences that go on a bit too long and all that sort of stuff. But I think, they just take too long. In both cases, I think they meander a bit. Now, Swamp Thing is the exception. A few things are the exception. But that's what I've found. Yeah, for my taste, they just meander a little bit. Whereas I want to get.
So you prefer a writing style more like, let's say, Steinbeck or Hemingway, succinct, clear, defined statements, one after the other, not a rambling prose.
Well, see, this is the thing. So, in reality, no, I don't like that style, but I like that way of putting plot together. So I want to get hit in the face straight away by something and then wonder what the hell just happened, and then layers start to unpeel, and then I want to be sort of drawn from one thing to another so that I can't drop the book. So ironically, I think like the turn of phrase and using language really well and all that sort of stuff, but I think it's more the plot points. It's too long to get to a thing, and too much meandering, and too much. So maybe it's more plot than language per se.
Roger
per
that.
se. Listen to me. I just said per se. Is there a bell we can ring when you say something pretentious?
I have a drawer right here on my desk, Morgan, in which I keep my pretentious statements or phrases, like in which I keep. So I'll break out a few for you here later on.
That'd be good. I've got many of them. And the worst thing is when you're at your day job, or you're just out, with other people, and it's not intentional. Like if you spend all day writing, you're naturally going to be using language a lot, and you throw one of these out, and people just give you a look like,
yes,
what? Why would you? But it's not my fault, man. It's not my fault that you're illiterate and you don't know this word. That's a cool word that you should know. Exactly
right. Exactly. Yeah. Listen, never dumb down, never apologize for being articulate or intelligent, or both. Hitherto undreamt of. Did you seriously just say that?
It is incumbent upon me at this time to say blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I like that as well. I love the clauses that are so long that by the time you get to the point, you've forgotten what the hell was this point about.
I'd be remiss, Morgan, if I didn't point out.
Yeah, I do.
Inevitably, gentlemen, Hulk will smash.
I would actually. That's a great project. I would love to write a comic with a lot of action, but just all the language is long-winded and just completely wrong for comics.
Shakespearean. It should be a Shakespearean soliloquy set to a just city smashing fist fight between two titans.
Yeah. And it begins with the words, yea, verily, and then off we go.
Hark.
Yeah.
Anything that starts with hark, you're there.
Yeah.
It sounds like Defenders 10 to me.
Yes. Andy Griffin said, and he said hark. They said hark a whole lot back then. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? And he popped up and said, I'm right here.
I'm a strange guy.
Really?
Yeah, I worry. I mean, little things bother me.
Listen, if you can't make it with Columbo, you can't make it anywhere.
Oh, shit. Can't help myself. Having too much fun now.
Always.
So this is the art for the Crow.
I got to step away for just a minute, guys. Excuse me.
All right. So this is the art for the Crow. Now, my question, you got different people doing all the art for these different stories, right?
Yeah. Well, Crow was the same artist that did issue 1, but apart from that, they're all different. Okay. Yeah. So it's got a similar look and feel to.
I like how you're sharing. I like how you're spreading the wealth around, spreading the jobs around, and putting other people out there and getting them seen. That's kind of important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's part of the fun. If everyone's part of the project, and they all kind of, bring their own skill to it and all that sort of stuff. It does cost money though. That's the only downside. I would have many, many more artists involved if it wasn't just for the money side of things.
Nice. I like it. I like all the different. Oh, here we go. Covers. See, it is me. See, I told you.
Yeah. You, like I said, you were the model. Which I don't know what that says about you, that I used you as a model for the devil. That's interesting.
This is really good looking stuff, man. And I'm kind of glad I jumped on it right away. If I got the A cover, which one am I getting? This one?
You are getting.
I'm getting number 1. That's right.
You're getting issue 1, but you've got a choice of 3 covers, so you'll get a choice. You can pick which one you want.
Okay, so these aren't the ones from number 1, are they?
Yeah, the first 3 are all issue 1 from issue 1.
Okay, I want that one.
Pick
I want that one right there.
Done.
That one.
Done and done. Yeah.
God, I like that one on number 2 as well. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's that's the standard one. Dave did that. The artist that worked on the piece, on the interiors, and then there's 2 more that are going to get unlocked as we get the backer numbers up.
Yeah,
that
you
one's
get
pretty
it.
Cool.
You get it. Backer numbers matter.
Yeah,
the more people that get it in their hands, the more people are telling somebody else about it. The only thing I did I not see a retail tier here?
Not yet, but I might add one. Yeah.
Just saying, I mean, you never know. If somebody backs it one time, you sell 10, 12, 15 books, however many are on your tier. So, that can't hurt to offer it. Even if, if nobody backs that tier, what did it take? 10 minutes to set it up. It's not like, it's always a good idea to do it, no matter who you are,
Yeah.
So I like the look of that one. Now the wings. What's up with the wings now?
The wings, so they're you can't see them, but they're on that one. But yeah, they're crow wings. So there's a lot of crow theme throughout it. Okay. Yeah, and the crow figure comes back later on. I really like that one too. That one's really cool. So this is the cover for the Kira Burns graphic novel.
Now, how does Kira Burns tie into with Axe Lady, or how does this all? I noticed a couple of these are spin-offs. How's they all fit together?
So this is the problem. The further along you go with the project, because when you're reading issue 1, you don't know until you get to issue 2. But I just realized, because I've released this, people are going to know anyway. So the whole story is there's more than one daughter of Lucifer.
Okay.
Floating around. And at the end of issue 2, you start to see that, okay, there's more of these young women, and they all have something unique about themselves. So, yeah.
And then there's that.
And then there's that. Yeah, he didn't do well, that guy.
Dead body in a dumpster looks like a grizzly bear crawled out of its stomach.
That's the one.
Good stuff, man. I like it. All right, so you got Kara Burns cover, you got a Crow cover right there. Raven running. Oh, I like that. Who did that?
Is an artist whose name I cannot remember.
Well, I hope
actually, it's
he's
down the bottom. Yeah, he's definitely an artist. Not some random.
Didn't see anything. It just says Raven running standard cover.
I'll find his name right now. It
Yeah,
starts with
credit
an
him
R.
and credit him for
Rio
that.
or-
And
Yeah.
credit
I'll
him
put
for
that
that
on
on the campaign. Come on. What happened to
There's
Doc?
so many
You know,
names.
Doc?
There we are. Rizu. Okay. RHOIZU.
All right, so the digital basic basic number 1 and 2 right there, and the print basic, that's where I went, and that's the cover I want. That one right there, I like it. Just roll with that all the way through. Print basic issue 2, and I also did like that cover, so when I come back around for issue 2, I'll probably get that one.
Yeah.
This is all
So
good
you can
looking
get
stuff, man.
all the digital. You can get a whole bunch of stuff. But now we're getting up to the high flyer kind of stuff. The big ticket items for people that want everything, or they want more than the standard stuff.
And Rich was going to come out and join us, but it's like 2:00 in the morning.
It's late or early. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably fell asleep and didn't get a nap today like I told him to. You know what I mean? You gotta coach these guys sometime. Now look at that. The super serious Uber Digital Collection. Now there's some other titles there that are not anything we've been talking about. You see Shadow's Daughter. Well, you got like 5 or 6 issues of that. And The Blood Below. All those other books that we've been talking about that Morgan did in the past are all in this Uber Digital Collection. So,
that's the whole lot.
21 books, $69.
Yeah.
And then the print upgrades. Print and
so that's for
digital
anyone
versions.
that backed the first campaign. They can just get an upgrade to get all the new stuff, but they don't have to buy the other one. And then that's print premium. So that'll be sent from the US if you're in the US, or Australia if you're in Australia. So it'll be cheaper postage and stuff.
Who's printing these?
Actually, Inked is printing those in the US, and Mixum, I think it is in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, just zip back up. You'll see one more. Yeah, that's... Oh, actually, up one more above that one. Sorry. So this is the one where you get all the signed print books, as well as prints, personalized message, stickers, bookmark, the whole kit and caboodle in that one. So that one comes from Australia, so it's a little bit more, but it's got everything. And then there's a collector version that has all 3 covers for issue 1 and issue 2 and all the other books as well.
Cool. And I like the A5 print. That's cool. Sir Morgan of Quaid. I like that.
Yeah, that's good
like
fun.
The stickers, like the bookmark. Right.
Yeah, it's also the first time I've done that because I have, because I'm in Australia. So yeah, it's good. It's the first time I'm able to put them all together. Yeah, so that's everything in the other bundle. Plus, you get all 3 issues with all 3 covers, variant covers.
Well, I see you have 8 backers, so we're just rolling right along.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Just rolling right along.
And I haven't. I've got after this. I've got to go and start stoking the fires and sending emails and all that sort of stuff. I haven't done that yet. Not that I haven't done everything prior to this, but
you didn't tell everybody that you launched.
Well, yeah, I just did then.
Okay.
But there's other people. I've told them when it was going to launch, all that sort of stuff. But it's what it's like. It's you got to tell them that you told them. And
just like we did with Lee Newman, I'd like to get you out here in the middle of the campaign.
Cool.
Talk about it a little bit in the middle when there's that lull, and then help you out at the end because it's that last minute, hey, last chance, get you some. And the other thing I wanted to emphasize for those people watching, especially if you're watching on the replay, these books are printed. Okay, you back it, he ships it out to you like pretty much in no time. He doesn't have to wait for it to clear the printer approval, all that shit. They're ready to go. So back it today.
Yeah,
back it today. That's why you see such a low goal, because he's not trying to get the money to print it. It's ready to go. He already spent all the money.
Yeah. So you can get your name on the last page. That's included in a lot of the upper tiers, but for anyone else that wants it, they can do that. The other thing is, so instead of being drawn into the sequential pages, because they're all done, you can get a portrait like that of you as a post-apocalyptic survivor so I'll write a sort of bio on your character, and that will go in the back of issue 2. So everyone will get that, including you, in print as well as in digital form.
That's nice.
That's pretty cool.
You can get yourself as Duke Nukem. There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, this is one of your other books, Idle Thuggery. Man,
this is my only superhero-y type one.
You got a lot of good stuff out, man.
Yeah, this is a really cool story, this one. It's from the perspective of a henchman. So it's the superhero thing, but from the henchman of an arch villain. Rather than a superhero. And like everyone's dying around him and he just is somehow surviving. It's that kind of story.
Nice. 3 issues, 98 pages, $10.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
And there's the one. And then
the blood
there's
below.
that.
Yeah, that's the image. Yeah, I love the artwork on that book. That's probably one of my favorite artists.
I loved playing
he's definitely
that
my
trailer, man. I'd be sitting here and it'd be like, and then there's that. And there's Shadow's Daughter, where you have six issues of that.
9 actually, so 9 digital.
Dang,
9 digital,
there was only
6.
All right.
There's 6. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. So there's 9 digital. Hang on. Yeah, and then below that is the six print. Sorry, I'm getting confused with numbers.
This guy's got so much shit out here, he gets confused. Look, that's a lot of work, man. It's putting in. Deserves your backing. I'm just saying. Help him get it all figured out. Back his books today.
Yeah, I need help.
9 issues of Shadow's Daughter, 3 of Idle Thuggery, 3 of The Blood Below. You got the script from Rebellion, or is that a book called The Script Rebellion?
It's a book called The Script Rebellion. Oh, yeah, so it's a graphic novella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twiggy the Bog. Okay, I kind of like the way that looks.
That's a kind of all ages funny book. 3 e-novels that are out. So there 2 of them are horror, and one of them's kind of sci-fi adventure.
And he's got the soundtrack. You guys heard his music. He did the theme song for us. He's done quite a few different things for people lately, and we appreciate that, Morgan, helping people out.
Of course, man. Of course, yeah.
And then we have stretch goals, backer goals, not based on how much money, but based on how many backers. I like this. I call them backer rewards. I do both. I do a stretch goal that's based on money, and then a backer reward, which would be a totally different type of thing. Like stretch goals, like your bookmarks and stickers and whatnot. But then the backer rewards something more personal, like randomly sticking a piece of art in somebody's backer kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I like for backer rewards, like stuff that's like personal. They open that up and they go, damn, I didn't buy that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you got a fan for life because you gave somebody a piece of art, right? I like to do stuff like that, or, that the retail tiers, all of it, and anything you can think of, cross promoting with people. Chris from Laughing Road that was out here with us, he's including people's characters in his card game.
Oh, that's cool.
To do crossovers, cool. Right? To cross promote each other. So like you could have any of your characters, he'll just create a card around it based on the character and stick it in his game. There's a CRoM card. There's the bear from Path of the Pale Rider is in the game. Sisson is in the game. There's a bunch of people he's done crossovers with just to add their cards to the game. There's going to probably be an indie deck that comes out at some point, but we like those kind of things, crossovers, anything to cross promote, get more eyes on what you're doing. We're all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I've got a couple of the giveaways are from other indie artists as well, so I'll be promoting them as the campaign goes on.
The Enmity soundtrack. So this doesn't have all the music, does it?
It has, that's just for Enmity, and then there's another one for Shadow's Daughter and another one for, just has the theme song on that link. But on that one, but if you follow the link, you got the whole album you can listen to.
Cool.
Oh, this is cool. So I'm building a short film, and 5 backers are going to be able to act as actors in the film. All you need is a camera. You don't need, all you need is a camera and a stuffed toy or something like that. And you have to play the movie to understand what I'm doing. But yeah, basically I'm going to be producing a short horror film for people to enjoy. And you can be part of it if you want, if you're lucky enough.
Nice. And 5 lucky backers.
Yeah. I'm also going to be giving away
on the basic print. It says any level above the print basic. Ah!
You're still in the running, Pops. It's fine. You're in the running.
I'm like, I feel so discriminated against. Or, dude, I like this a lot. Cthulhu and Morgan, huh?
Yeah, that's a fun one I had done. That might come in later on.
Who did that?
An artist, the same artist that did the Sir Morgan of Quaid.
Yeah, don't let that guy go, man.
No, he's good. I just found him as well. He's only just found that dude.
Welcome to the Quaidverse. I like it. Kevin over there at Inked.
Yeah, big thanks to Inked. Big thanks to Kevin and the guys for making sure the campaign was in good shape and I didn't make any big boo-boos before launching, because that's always a worry.
All right, let's see where we're at. Get a little refresh on here. And we're still at 266, but we're almost there.
We'll get there. I'll get there later today. After this, I'll go and start drumming up some business.
Well, yeah, and you got, our partner over at Critical Blast, RJ, you got to go on his show. Got to get with Nita Lanning, go out on their network. You know what's up. It's time to go to work. The promotional part has begun.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the fun part.
This is the fun part. This is where it all happens. Yeah.
It's fun for the people who fund.
yeah, that's right. It's work for the creator.
This one will definitely get funded. Now, is this video the same one you sent me that's on here?
Yeah, it's the same one you showed in the thing there. Yeah.
I'll play that again before we head out then. Morgan, like I said, show up tomorrow evening or Sunday evening. Do it again.
Sweet.
Come on out.
Sweet, will do. And, thank you very much. Thanks for hosting the launch party.
After we get through CRoM Con, get with me and we'll set you up in the middle of September for mid-campaign hangout.
Sweet. Right. Sweet, sounds good.
And we'll do it a little earlier in the day. We'll get Rich out and we'll get you while you're drinking your morning coffee, and we'll get Rich and everybody out before it gets too late. All right, man. That's how we do it. Doc, Chris, thanks for coming out and helping me out. I'm not in pain anymore. Like I said, I think whatever it is, it lasts for about an hour, and then it goes away. Whatever. I don't know what it is, and I ain't going to the doc finding out. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. If I live through it, then I'm good for another day, right? You just got to power through it, people. But yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow or Sunday night for sure. And we'll definitely be sharing this out. You know how we do it. We'll keep playing this trailer all the way through the campaign. All that stuff. You know what's up.
Wait. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Have a good night, and I will get on with my day and get to work on the campaign.
Right. And for those of you who didn't see this earlier, check this one out. This is the one we're talking about. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Brian Christgau, your book, Six Gun Gorilla, is excellent. Six Gun Gorilla, awesome. Awesome comic book.
We've all heard the story You all heard the legends. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Billy the Kid. But there's a secret history to the Old West. One that seems too strange to be true, but, well, we all know what they say about the truth. Very big ape, very big guns, blowing very big holes, very bad people. I think the world is finally ready to hear the story of the strangest, the most startling Western hero of them all. Six-gun gorilla. Long days of vengeance.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, After Apocalypse.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
I'm interested in stealing some babies. I'm not saying that. I'm trying to be good. Literally.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men, and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where was the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are great.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we